Hey babe, why are you so mad? We've literally been standing in front of the Starbucks for at least 7 minutes trying to reset our Starbucks password so we can get points for our purchase. She couldn't even do it in like what, 7 or 8 minutes. Hence, she's a little mad.
Fun.
You can't get mad at me, you're on camera. Breathe.
I'm so mad. This is the second time I'm trying to reset my password. Why should not let me sign in?
Only.
Hello everyone. It's actually 2:30 and we are in Seattle.
AM.
Yeah, 2:30 a.m. in the morning, and we're in Seattle. We just rented out a car. We're supposed to be out of here by like 1:30 max.
We're supposed to be out of here by 1 o'clock, but then the lesson we learned today was don't book your rental at Fox Rental if you're in the US because they suck!
They do.
They're still taking reservations and they don't have cars, so
Yeah.
I basically hopped around 4 different rental cars. Finally got this car, which we're about to go to Vancouver.
We have like a 4-hour drive ahead of us. I'm excited! At 2:30 in the morning. Good morning from...
DC.
Yeah, but where are we?
Oh, Vancouver.
Yeah. So we flew into Seattle and we drove down to Vancouver, and we have like 1.5 days of beef here. Coincidentally, we actually like did not plan this out. Somehow we ended up in the same place at the same time as usual.
We have that connection.
Yeah. So her and sleeping upstairs in the hotel room, and we're gonna go get some breakfast, which is gonna be what?
Timmy's.
Yes, Tim Hortons. Like literally a whole spread of Tim Hortons. We both got French vanilla.
Oh, this is really good.
Yeah.
Good morning, guys. We're out here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada today. First vibes, it reminds me exactly of how New York City used to be. There's a lot of people walking in the streets, green trees. It's cold, it's chilly, and as you can see, it's super green in the streets out here. So first things first today, we're going on a hike. So we're here at the Sea to Sky gondola, and we had the option to take the gondola up, which would have been about a 5-minute ride, but us as a group decided to be adventurous today and hike up there. It's supposed to be a 3-hour hike. Let's see how long we'll last in this. We're at the bottom, trying to get up there. 3 hours. 30 seconds in. I'm already panting. 3 hours. At this point, I prefer to say I'm struggling because these stairs are steep as hell. Let me catch my breath. Why are you trying so hard to hold your breath?
I'm not. It's cold on top of that.
Hey, DT. Yep, it's happened. They've decided to sit and take a break. That's not water, it's sand. It's difficult. So, personally, I'm not somebody who enjoys a lot of outdoorsy stuff. If you ask Ray, she would know. one of her complaints about me is not being outdoorsy, but this hike has been very challenging so far, and I love it. It's nothing but nature, as you can tell, and my wife.
Gonna be like 30 minutes.
But definitely try this, and the sound of the waterfall is really pleasant and calming. It's really nice. But now back to the mission. Hopefully I don't run into any bears. This is the reaction we get
Oh my god.
when we realize that we're only done with 1/4 of the way. I am exhausted, guys. It seems never ending. We got 2 more kilometers to go, at least 2.5 or 3 actually. We had to make a choice a little while ago on picking a shorter, steep, more difficult route or a longer, easier route. Unfortunately, as much as I wanted to pick the steep route, I knew my legs would give up, so we are on the easier, longer route. See you at the finish line.
Yes.
Sometime today.
But we made it.
I don't know if the experience is worth it because I was super worried thinking that we got lost, but super happy to be here at the top of the view. So that was the summit, and we will see you guys later.
This is beautiful British Columbia.
Bye. We just got back from our hike today, and it was quite an interesting experience. It was the first time for me getting into an intense hike. It was
Me too.
7.5 kilometers, right? So that's nearly 4.5, 5 miles with crazy elevation.
The average time it's supposed to take is 3. It took us 5 around.
Yeah, average time. It usually takes folks with previous hiking experience about 3 hours to finish the course. But we spent our time taking pictures and videos, and given that our fitness level isn't at its peak, we were a little slower. I was literally dying. You know, saying slow would be an understatement. I mean, not just me, all of us are dying. I don't even have the energy to think anymore, but basically it was making it really difficult, and there were times in the course where we couldn't figure out where we're headed to get to the right direction. So I basically got worried at a point, which I'm going to tell Ray about later, as in there were times where I was thinking that we're going to be stranded in the forest or the park or whatever you want to call it.
We couldn't find any signs or anything to locate us. So yeah, we thought we were lost, and it was getting dark, and we were losing hope, and we were tired. But eventually we found
Things
a
worked
way.
out. But tonight what we're going to do is we're going to go check out the shawarma spot down the street in Vancouver. So that will be our first night out of Vancouver, going and checking out the Van City food.
Saturday, October the 6th today, and we're on day 2 in Vancouver, and today we're gonna go see Stanley Park. There's a few other things that we want to do, like Granville Island, take the ferry, and go to Chinatown. So yeah, come on with us.
All right, let's do this.
Hey guys, we are at Stanley Park. Deepthi just left us to go home to Dallas. but we're here for one more day, and we're just taking in this big park. There's only a portion of it, but hopefully we'll walk it, right? We'll walk a little bit of it.
Yeah, probably. We are at the Vancouver Rowing Club, and trust me, even with the sunglasses, I can't handle the sun.
But that's fine because it's cold and the sun is really keeping me warm. So, yeah.
My eyes are closed. But yeah, we're at the Vancouver Rowing Club. It's really nice out here. You know, a couple people have their boats, and that's Vancouver City in the backdrop. So it's a pretty nice view. Hey babe, what is that in your hand? This is what Canadians do?
No, it's just you're enjoying the fall, okay? Hey guys, so we finished off a little bit of our walk at Stanley Park, and now we're gonna grab something, a little something to eat, and I don't know if you can see the food truck over there. So it's called a Japa Dog. It's exclusively found only in Vancouver. There's a few of these trucks around town. We're gonna try the hot dog for the first time.
We're gonna be having the
Beef Terry Mayo.
beef Terry Mayo. What I showed you is the Kura Buddha Terry Mayo, which is pork. We're keeping it halal.
For beef. We're not.
Actually, no. You know what? I take that back. I don't even know if the meat's halal. So we're keeping it in permissible legal limits, I guess. But switched seats so that I can get the perfect view of devouring this awesome hot dog. All right, let's do this. So.
You're losing
Right?
all the seaweed.
You have to get another one because I'm gonna eat the whole thing. So we are done for today at the Stanley Park, Vancouver, British Columbia. It is super nice and definitely recommended.
Yes.
It's what I really like about it is, unlike New York City, it gives you the very similar vibes, but it's not as crowded. The weather is great.
Plus it's an ocean. This is the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, it is the Pacific Ocean. You get these views, parking is easy. Food is supposed to be pretty good, so we're gonna go check that out now. So bye-bye from the Lionsgate Bridge.
Boats.
So Ray decided, you know, since we're in her hometown of Canada, she decided to show us a couple of her boats.
A couple of my apartments.
A couple of her part-time boats. That right there is one of them. Actually, she has a miniature model. It's like this big. Just kidding, but look at that boat. If I were on that boat, like at that point right there, I would be singing I'm on a boat. No joke. I'm on a boat. But yeah, we're headed to Granville on one of those ferries. One of those ferries that I'm pointing out. Oop, wrong direction. But it should be fun, and we will be back here, after which we'll be getting on the real deal. No, I'm just like speaking out my dreams, but see you guys in Granville.
getting, babe?
You know what I'm getting? That whole tray.
Bakery. It's good.
The marzipan, what is that?
Marzipan.
It is the best one that I tasted over here so far. Take a look at our purchases from the Granville
Public market?
or farmers market. One of those. It's kind of like
It's a farmer's market. Basically, everything's overpriced, but so we got this $5 pizza.
Barbecue chicken pizza.
Hearn loves barbecue chicken pizza, so let's try
day,
it.
any day.
And while we were buying it, somebody was like, "Oh my God, this is like the best pizza ever!" So
We'll show everything that we got. That way I can eat without interruption. And then we got a red velvet cake, and Ray got the
maple cheesecake.
The Canadian maple cheesecake with the Canadian
Canada
maple. I'm gonna
flag.
eat that right now. She'll start crying if I did.
All right, let's eat.
Alright, let's do this. It's not, first of all, it's not hot, so I can take a bite without burning
Take a
myself.
nice bite. Take it.
Did that focus?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Is it better than the Japa dog? Are you speechless? Is it the best barbecue pizza that you have?
Definitely not.
Oh.
It's alright. I was just trying to gauge how good it was.
Is it worth $5?
No. So, but it is what it is. We're out here in a fancy island in a farmer's market, so the prices are expected to be higher. It's nice. It's just nice to see a lot of people. It's crowded on a Saturday. It's good to see people come out, and it's sunny. The weather is great. We're sitting outside. I'm not an outdoorsy person. I don't really need this jacket right now, but definitely worth the experience. Come check it out.
This is a place that I actually really wanted to visit since we decided on coming to Vancouver. It's a Chinese garden in the middle of the city. I'm really excited to see it. Are you? Are you excited?
Alright, so what'd you think about the place?
Yeah, the garden was like very nice and peaceful. It totally did not feel like Vancouver or any other city I've been to. It was really nice, and the light coming in through like all the trees and branches into the pool, into the streams, the pond. It was really beautiful. So I highly recommend going here. So we are saying goodbye to Canada today. We are
Sadly.
Yeah, no, sadly.
I
we
love
had
this
2 days.
place.
We had 2 days here to discover Vancouver, or explore Vancouver really, and it was a lot of fun. I really like this place.
It was very tiring, but super fun. Today, we just did some mellow stuff. We traveled around, got the scenic view without sweating, unlike yesterday. But it was a whole different experience. I really, really appreciate the city. It's really nice. And if I were to move to Canada one day, I hope I can, it would be Vancouver, because it reminds me a lot of New York City. But what's crazy about it and what's awesome about it is the instant you step out of the city, it's very scenic and it's got pretty mountains. The weather is great. It does not get ice cold here. It does not get super hot here. And there's a ton of people walking around. It's a very active place, right? So I hope I can move here one day, if and when I do move to Canada. So yeah, that's it. And
Yeah, next stop is Seattle. So
Seattle, Washington.
we grabbed some lunch and we're gonna eat on the way. Yeah, we're gonna cross the US border, go back to the States, going to Seattle, staying there for 2 days, and yeah.
See you guys. I'm gonna show you my martial arts. Hiya! Just kidding.
Good morning from Seattle. We just kind of woke up, like we really took our time this morning to get out because the weather is kind of not in our favor. It's raining.
It is. Yeah.
And it's 50 degrees. So it's a little chilly. We're off to go get some breakfast though, yeah.
I can't wait, and I have no idea what we're doing today. It's all on her. She wants to go to the Pike Place Market, so that's definitely a spot we're going to be checking out. But the rest of the day is TBD. So
Yeah, it really depends on the weather, but Let's see.
We have our umbrella. It looks like, you know, what everyone said was true, that you need your umbrella before you go to Seattle, right?
You might need your hoodie too.
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
Okay.
We are at the Pike Place Market in Seattle, and they claim that this is the first ever Starbucks. And my inclination is to believe them just by looking at the size of this light out the door. Crazy. People love their Starbucks. So we are at the Pike Place Market in Seattle today, and it's an iconic spot with, I believe, the first Starbucks. And some of you might have seen the video of these fishermen throwing fish from one person to another, so we were able to witness that. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that for the camera, but I am standing right underneath the Ferris wheel out here in Seattle. This trip of ours to Seattle has been first time for quite a few things. We went for an intense hike, and this is much easier first time. Ray is going to have
Chowder for
the
the first
famous
time.
chowder from Seattle and give us our feedback on it.
Okay, it's seafood, so I like seafood. It's good. It's like buttery. It's heavy. I wouldn't have it every day. It's alright.
So it started off at, it's good, it's buttery. Oh, it's heavy. You know what? I wouldn't have it every day.
I wouldn't.
Oh, it's alright.
It's a once in a while thing. Hey, how do you feel? I'm a little tired. How do you feel?
It is, what time is it? 5:10. It's very gloomy in Seattle.
It's gloomy, it's raining, the weather's really putting me down. Plus we just had like fish and chips and I'm feeling really sleepy. And I don't think I've recovered from that hike from 2 days ago in Vancouver. So we're at this like Asian mall and we're getting a foot massage for an hour. I am so looking forward to it. I'll probably fall asleep, you know, if I don't get tickled. But
Yeah, these massages are awesome for those of you who haven't had them.
yeah.
They are heaven.
Yeah.
So we're gonna fall asleep for 1 hour, and then I don't know. We'll see what we'll do later today, depending on what the weather is like outside.
I kind of like this. I kind of like the itinerary, unplanned, just going with the flow.
Yeah. This is the face that you walk out with after a good massage, because I was tired and those cities put me to sleep, and apparently I woke up from my own snoring.
I had the most amazing massage, and the masseuse, like, he really went deep at my back. It felt really good.
Go get a massage, guys. Get that blood flowing and walk like a noodle. Ask me why I look like shit. Like a zombie.
Ask us why we're still at the airport when we were supposed to be home like 12 hours ago. So our first flight got canceled, and then we were scheduled for another flight. That flight took off, and then they realized they had some mechanical problem. They waited to fix it, and then they had to deboard us because they realized they couldn't fix it because they didn't have the part here in this airport. So now they're flying in another plane so we can go home. Even though we booked like our flight for 3 times now.
Yeah, maybe 3 times.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Tom Hanks when you're stuck at the airport, you can't really do anything.
Yeah, we're running low on sleep, running low on energy. But hopefully by the evening tonight will win in Dallas, inshallah.